to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC strawweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding an undefeated professional record. 7 wins, no losses. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 115 pounds. Fighting out of Rancho Cucamonga, California, presenting the Ultimate Fighter Season 23 winner and the #9 ranked strawweight contender in the world, Tatyana Suarez! And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a wrestler holding a professional record, 14 wins, 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 115.5 pounds. Fighting out of Irvine, California, presenting the former UFC strawweight champion and the #6 ranked strawweight contender in the world, Carla Cookie Monster Esparza! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Kerry Hatley.
Kerry Hatley, our referee for this one. Carla Esparza with that patented deadpan. You couldn't pay her to give Bruce Buffer that fist bump.
But really, do you want to? I mean, how many guys have won after doing that?
No,
you gotta be careful.
Below 500.
Be careful.
But Tatyana Suarez, you know, young fighters can make so many improvements in a short amount of time. Her body composition completely different than when she made her debut against Amanda Cooper 2 years ago. Suarez in blue, Carla Esparza in the black with gray.
Well, one of the things we saw in the Kaladja-Gadelha fight is the improvement in Carla Esparza's striking. And I think that could be a big factor in this fight. Look at this. This is a critical moment. Can Carla stop the takedown?
Yeah, but it's not going to be one, right? It's going to be multiple. Got back up, arm drag to the back. She knows the initial takedown won't get somebody as good as Carla. Man. So she went arm drag to the back and chased down the takedown.
Tatyana Suarez got some wrestling.
And this is where she's good. Once she's on top is where she's a beast. This is where Tatyana Suarez makes her money.
Oh, that big elbow.
She's so big, she's so long.
Watch her ass.
And she's so strong. She's picking up Carla and slamming her.
Oh, man, vicious elbow. Carla just can't. She can't stop her from smashing her here. She's got to figure out a way to tie up those arms and do something to stop her.
Get up. That's
control her posture.
She's got to put her feet on the hips and push away. She cannot lay on the Tatyana Suarez.
Suarez's coach on The Ultimate Fighter was Kaladja-Gadelha, who told her before this fight, you've got a huge strength advantage over Carla Esparza. That's playing out here early.
She's tying up that bottom wrist, man. If Carla gets that bottom wrist tied up with the length of Suarez, she's going to find herself in a lot of trouble.
And look at that right eye of Carla Esparza. Huge swelling right underneath.
She's stepping over that right arm.
Okay, watch the arms now. Watch her climbing up.
Oh, another nasty elbow. She's slicing across with that elbow. Oh.
She's got a big mouse under her eye already.
Oh, Carla's
got some swelling on the left side of her face. Every time Suarez is landing now, she is bruising up and battering Carla Esparza.
2+ minutes gone by here in round 1. All Tatyana Suarez here early. Perhaps a window here for Carla to get back to her feet.
Yep, this is what you need to do. She needs to move the head back inside, though. She can't allow Suarez to control her on both sides of the body. She's controlling right side with her legs, left side with her head. She's got to move that thing back inside and get Tatyana Suarez completely on one side of her body to get back to her feet. She's trying to hip heist here, but Suarez still has her hands locked. So even if she gets up, she's going to pick her up and put her back down. She's got to move that lock over her butt. Oh, the strength of Suarez.
Well, she's going to be too much for a lot of these 115-pound fighters, and therein lies the intrigue. A lot of people think we're looking at a future champion. Look what she's doing to the former right now.
I mean, if you're watching this, right, and you're the champion, Rose Namajunas, and you struggled with the wrestling against Carla Esparza, could you imagine watching this as a predominant striker in this division? She's such a dominant figure on the ground.
it just shows you, again, that wrestling is the most important skill to have in MMA. I mean, all of the skills are important, but when someone has a dominant advantage on wrestling and they choose where the fight takes place, the initial takedown exchange, the very first one, is all we saw in this fight.
Yes.
From there, Tatiana Suarez has been on top, dropping bombs.
And Carla's still trying, right? She's trying to get to her feet. She's not just laying there and accepting the beating. She wants to get back up and fight.
She's got 3 huge welts. One on each side, one on the forehead.
She's just overmatched, which is just stunning when you consider the fact that she just beat Claudia Gadelha, or should have beaten, who's one of the top contenders. Beat Cynthia Calvillo before that, and was the former title holder.
Underdog in both of those fights.
Carla has to do something to change this. She has to get to her knees or something to try to get back up. She cannot lay under
here.
Yep.
Kenny Johnson, wrestling coach of Carla Esparza, in the corner. Perhaps if we get to a second round, they can work on some adjustments, but the hammer fist and the ground and pound for Suarez on point.
This is good right here by Esparza. Way to kick her off and try to get some space to get up. But when you're getting up, you got to grab something. Tatiana Suarez is a beast. I mean, the last time we see people doing this is Khabib. This is how Khabib dominates people on the ground in the lightweight division.
It really is.
It's crazy.
And you brought this up before this fight when we were talking about it. You said that she dominates people the way Khabib does, and that's exactly what we're seeing here.
She's mauling her.
Yeah.
There is no questioning the toughness of Carla Esparza. And it looks as though she will survive to see a second round. Let's follow the former champion into the corner.
And that's just pure heart.
And Carla is busted up. Her face is a mess right now. I mean, it's just covered in welts.
She's just so tough. That's the only reason this fight goes to a second round.
You took her best round, Carla, right?
Just elbow after elbow. Look at that. Big elbow. And everyone leaves a welt.
All right, 30 seconds. We are back to Dallas.
Just circle, stay low. When she comes in for that clinch, just circle up. Hands on a little bit, right? Dance a little bit. A little bit more elusive on the feet. Catch your breath. I know it's a tough round. You're right. That's about as best as she's going to get right there. She's giving you everything she's got right there. The whole fight, she's going to try and do that. I need you to dance. Use that jab, right? Let the hands go a little bit. A lot of side to side, Carla. A lot of side to side. Come on, girl. A lot of side to side.
Back live, round 2. Tatiana Suarez and Carla Esparza. The great Colin Oyama in the corner of Carla, looking for more lateral movement and her to work off of that jab, but of course easier said than done with Suarez shooting.
Look at that, Suarez with a side kick to the body, and there's a shot.
It's all to get to the attack. It's all to get to that. It's all to get Carla to respond with something so that then she can go to her wrestling.
Too easy.
There it is again.
She's kicking, punching, doing those side kicks, hoping that Carla plants her feet and tries something so she can get down on her legs. And it's just wrestling at different levels, right? It's like level 1s get to the leg, then go to something different. Go to something different and hope that your opponent does not have the experience to keep up. That's what you get when you're world-class. A world-class wrestler, Tatiana Suarez.
The 2-time ASICS National High School Wrestler of the Year, 2007 and 2008. As many of you know, thyroid cancer halted her Olympic dreams, but chasing down those UFC dreams and off to a great start tonight.
She's stepping over the mount here.
Right in front of us. And Carla gets an underhook. She's getting almost back up to her feet. Beautiful job. And knee to the body by Carla. And another.
Nice knee by Carla. She's got to lift her underhook and move off of the cage. She's got to circle to her right, not to her left. She's got to go to her right. To her right to her escape. Her escape's to the underhook side. But Suarez just keeps following it.
Nasty knees to the body by Suarez.
Esparza there chose to strike instead of trying to exit. And now Suarez has worked her back to the fence. A minute and a half gone by here, round 2.
She's taking her back right side with the body lock. Look at that. You could see her starting to load her up. She was loading her hips on the right side. Step back, lift. Full side control now.
Suarez has a lot of chokes in her repertoire. We'll see if she tries to work a finish here.
And the question really is, if she can continue this domination, and she wins this fight this way, does she immediately get a shot at the title? Because I don't see anybody in this division that's going to be able to stop this.
I think she does. I think she, I mean, when you can beat, if she can win this fight, right?
If she continues the way she's fighting right now.
Yes, and puts she puts Carla Esparza behind, like, you know, Alexa Grasso and all these other guys in the way that she's dominated. She may need one more because Jessica Andrade and Carolina are very close too. But I mean, this is going to be tough for anybody to deal with.
For anybody. It's overwhelming. See, I don't see anybody else overwhelming people the way she's doing.
Right. Well, think about it. Carla fought in her last fight against Gadelia, the #1 ranked contender, in a very, very close fight. And look at what's happening right now in this fight with Suarez.
Yes, in a fight that both you and I thought she won. And so here we are, and she's just getting mauled.
So you're just gonna make Claudia mad at me too, huh? I mean, you want to go down the path by yourself, right? You want to go down the path by yourself.
Don't lie on TV, bro.
You're gonna take me with you.
I love Claudia. Claudia's an excellent fighter. I just thought the decision was incorrect.
You're right. You're right.
Another
takedown.
Look,
it's all academic here when we're looking at this mauling. I mean, what she's doing right now is just nothing short of spectacular. And it is very reminiscent of Khabib.
And if Suarez can finish the job tonight, she would be the owner of the longest active winning streak in this strawweight division at 4. Of course, Andrade and Kovalkiewicz coming away.
Look at that!
Nice great job, Carla Esparza.
But
she's got to get space. She can't let her get back to the single.
But she's got so much heart.
Oh, nice whizzer by Carla. She's got the whizzer. Now she's okay. She's got to just be careful. Start to lift me up. There you go.
Now you got Look at that. Carla Esparza.
Carla Esparza is not going to let you win a fight. She'll keep going.
Suarez goes high kick, now another shot.
But I mean, Suarez is just so intent on getting the takedown. She just keeps on pursuing these takedowns over and over again. And it starts to chop at your will, right? You finally get away. 5 seconds later, you're back on your back.
Suarez 6 of 9 on her takedown attempts under 30 seconds here. Round 2 of a possible 3.
Oh.
Few women are going to be able to match the strength, never mind the wrestling.
I mean, when Joanna Jędrzejczyk was the champion and she was dominating with a ferocious striking, this is the type of opponent that you wanted to see her compete against. That wouldn't be a bad fight.
That might be her next fight if she doesn't get a title fight.
That would be a fantastic fight.
Stop.
Breathe. Okay, we're down 2 rounds and done, right? You know this. She's coming with that double. You gotta look to sprawl the shot, Carla, right? Don't go to anything else. But we gotta let those hands go this round, right? We're down 2 rounds. Now you're not out of it yet. We got 1 more round, but you gotta let them go. She's starting to tire a little bit, right? She's tried to hold you down, but we need some fireworks in this round, right? You got 5 minutes to try and do some damage right here. She's gonna come with that double. She's gonna throw you some kicks. She's coming straight with that double.
Let's oxygen in those lungs as we can. Give me deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths. That's 2 rounds our way, right? 2 rounds our way.
Be sharp on your feet.
Yeah, let's work a little more striking on this girl, all right? And try to get to mount, Todd. Go ahead up. Try to get to mount if you can on her, because that'll give you the back.
Round 3. Round 3. Second.
Third and final round of this featured prelim. Carla Esparza and Tatiana Suarez. Suarez representing Millennia MMA in California. The great Rami Aram, Batiste Mansouri. Guys who don't get a lot of credit. They might have a future champion here in Suarez. Shot here from Esparza.
And Tatiana, look, Carla Esparza just so much heart. Gotta admire her.
Yep, Carla's doing a good job. She's doing exactly what her coaches asked for. They said, you got to give her fireworks. And she went out there and she tried.
Look at this reversal. Almost back to her feet.
Suarez just followed the action across, back on her single leg. Now Carla needs to start thinking evade, right? Don't stay long in these wrestling situations because you're going to get overwhelmed. Right away, start thinking, my next step to escape needs to be taken right now.
She chose to grapple here, though, and that was not at all the message from Colin Oyama.
Look at that, lift and takedown. I mean, You cannot extend these wrestling exchanges with Tatiana Suarez.
I think what Carla's doing is just trying to fight.
Yeah.
You know, she's just trying to do everything she can. She's taken 100 shots to the head. She's been elbowed to oblivion, and she's still in there swinging. I mean, it's very, very admirable.
Yes.
But she's getting overworked. She's getting outworked. She's getting outskilled. But she's got mad heart.
Now 8 takedowns unofficially for Tatiana Suarez. 90 seconds gone by here in this third and final round.
And she seems to be in great shape, right, John? She's not tired, not breathing heavy. She's dictating the fight entirely against a fantastic wrestler, Carla Esparza.
And that I have not seen before. Her toe seems to be caught in Tatiana Suarez's bra. The referee able to fix that situation there.
Carla needs to turn back to her knees now to get to her single leg, and then use that single leg to get away.
Boy, she is just on her. The way she turned that corner is so pretty.
Just no space.
Yeah.
She really isn't giving Carla any space.
Look at this. Mount. Quarter mount. Foot stuck, but she's on top. All her weight. Good job.
Oh, nice bump by Carla. Yep. Yeah. Nice bump and escape.
Full guard now. And Carla's got to control posture, but she can't.
This is where she got beat up real bad in round number 1.
And her head's trapped here as well.
You wonder where Suarez might be were it not for that serious shoulder injury 2 years ago. Type 3 labrum tear, torn biceps tendon, missed 17 months. But making up for lost time and trying to go to 4-0 in the UFC here tonight and looking the part of future contender, if not champion. Under 2 minutes now to go.
Well, we talked about the fight, a potential fight with Joanna Jędrzejczyk and Claudia Gadelha, and then we took a look over at Mick Maynard and Sean Shelby, and they were both nodding.
I mean, that's a great fight.
That's a great fight.
That is a great fight for Tatiana Suarez. If she wins this fight in and a half in dominant fashion as she's been, you put her in there with the best in the division, and Joanna Jędrzejczyk, the longest reigning champion of all time in this weight class. So I think that'll be a great fight.
And very difficult to take down, and she will punish you as you're trying to get close to her. That's what's interesting to me about this fight. You're dealing with an elite striker versus an elite grappler.
Or her versus Gadelha, right? It's either Gadelha or it's Jędrzejczyk at this point.
Keep in mind, though, Gadelha was her ultimate fighter coach. I'm sure she'd fight her if push came to shove, but not ideal.
Full mount.
Now she's in full mount.
Oh, man. Nasty elbow. Oh, another one. She's going to cut her open here. She's got a
beating her up, man.
Carla's never quitting.
Nope, Carla's not going to quit.
She's getting smashed. This is hard to watch.
Yeah.
She is getting destroyed.
We might get a stoppage. Tatiana Suarez.
Holy cow.
TKO's Carla Esparza tonight.
Wow. What a performance.
Unbelievable.
I mean, just utter dominance from the start of the fight to the end.
The biggest fight of her career and arguably the best performance so far in the UFC. Just fantastic.
Suarez moves to 8-0 with a stoppage of the former champion Carla Esparza. A lot of people believe perhaps the most intriguing matchups for the champion Rose Namajunas, Jessica Andrade, and enter Tatiana Suarez. Our move of the fight sponsored by Metro PCS. Get knockout coverage of the UFC on a network that covers 99% of people in the US.
And here's a huge takedown, and this was clearly the story of this fight, was her ability to take the former champion down and her dominance on the ground, holding position, nasty ground and pound, vicious elbows, and that's what led to the end of the fight. Look, kudos, I mean, and really big kudos to Carla Esparza, because she is tough as nails. She took a beating like very few people could have taken against a completely dominant Tatiana Suarez. I'm just beyond impressed.
And her corner really prioritized that finish down the stretch. Officially the second latest finish in UFC strawweight history. Tatiana Suarez moving on up. We'll talk to her next. Stay with us. We're live on FX. Dallas, Texas, and the American Airlines Center, site of tonight's UFC 228, Woodley versus Till, and of course these FS1 UFC 228 prelims right here on FX. All right, now to make this one official, back inside to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kerry Hatley has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 33 seconds of round number 3, declaring the winner by TKO.